Well, good day, owners, and welcome down to the Commission's Cave once again as we take a peek at Week 7 in review. Foggy day out there. Looks like it's starting to burn off there. Commission was up nice and early. Had to get in for making baby steps and try and get back to work. Had an MRI done this morning on my heart. We'll see if it's healthy enough to them to go in and try to fix my regular heartbeat, and we'll know that by next week. So we'll have an update on what's going on with that with me and whether or not these will continue. They should. I don't expect to be back to work till after the NFL season is over, unfortunately. So get that out of the way. And some exciting stuff went on with Week 7, so we'll get into that right away with the week in review. So we had Tuscany Mayhem, myself, sitting at 1-6 now over the weekend, was unable to derail Jethro's Heroes, who go to 7-0 as he puts up this week's. I put up this week's lowest score of 94 points as I go into a loss of 94 to 146.5 points. Andy Dalton on my side, QB for Cincinnati, led the scoring with 29 points, while on the other side, once again, Drew's Breeze and also Melvin Gordon, a running back for San Diego, put up 35 points each, which those two combined was almost enough to put me away. My running back struggles continue as they're in the low single digits there, and I left 20 points on the bench, which wouldn't help me at all this week. All it would have got me was out of being the worst scorer this week and getting me ahead of Acadian Assassins. What else we got here? Jethro's left 54 points on the bench, lucky for me, because that would have gave him this week's high score if he'd done that, and it also would have got him another 200-point game and probably had me in Dog of the Week game. So that is game 1. Game 2 we look at here. Steel Curtain, who went to 5-2, held off an injured, riddled Acadian Assassins, who dropped to 3-4 with a 134-98 victory there. Monday Night Football was about pretty exciting in our house, was just to see if I could get enough points to surpass 98 and who would get stuck with the lowest score, which turned out to be me. Curtin was led by T.Y. Hilton, who Indianapolis wide receiver, put up 31 points, and another impressive game from Arizona's running back David Johnson in an otherwise pretty boring football game. And both teams probably are looking for kickers who can kick field goals inside of 28 yards, as both teams, I think, missed 28 and 29 yarders in overtime to win the games. Ended up in a tie, 6-6. There's exciting football for you. Assassins got their biggest points from the Giants' defense, so it shows you how her game was going, as they put up 23 points, and she left 21 points on the bench. Steel Curtain started a perfect lineup, probably mostly due to buys and injuries. Another game, MGM went to 4-3 when they fell to the hands of rookie owner Forces Fockers, who go to 5-2 in a 139-155 battle. AJ Green put up 35 points on the losing side, while Julio Jones had 32 points on the winning side for the Fockers. MGM left 10 points on the bench, so they had no help there, and the Fockers fielded the best team he possibly could as well. So good for him. Conley's Crusaders went to 4-3 and felt the kick from Lucas Kickers, who came up to 4-3, as he fell to her 106.5 to 160.5. Lucas was led by Tyrod Taylor, quarterback for Buffalo, put up 30 points, while Conley got 21 points from Jock Wiz Rogers. He's Tampa Bay running back. Okay, this week's Dog of the Week was the Battle of the Basement, which turned into the Battle of the Basement turned into the Dog of the Week. Although Too Tired has been in this position last week, this week the tables were turned. Not only did Too Tired get his first victory of the season with a 190 to 110.5 win over Missing Megatron's Johnson, he also posted the highest score of 190 points this week, and he also won by the highest margin of 79.5 points over Missing Megatron's Johnson. So congratulations to Brad on his impressive win, first one out of the books, and also he gets the $10 this week for the high score of 190. Too Tired was led by the pickup from the waiver wire of Jay Ajayi, the running back from Miami, who put up 35 points. His performance was so impressive that Adrian Foster on Monday morning announced his retirement from football, as he started the season as the #1 running back in Miami. So looking over at rosters, I can see that Huey's Hogs can put Arian Foster right on the pile there next to Ray Lewis from his team. Missing Megatron Johnson was led by Randall Cobb, wide receiver, Green Bay wide receiver, and he had 28 points. Well, too tired. Only left 6 points on his bench. Missing Megatron's Johnson left 21. So our game of the week doesn't get any closer than this. We weren't able to ever do this because of non-defensive players. Last year we weren't able to get half points for a tackle, and so it came down to what? We have Mac Daddy, who fell to 4-3, fell to Huey's Hogs, who came up to 3-4 on a 119.5 to 120. Had to see overnight whether or not corrections come in, because I know last year we had 2 ties going to bed on the Monday night and woke up in the morning on Tuesday to see both times Acadia Assassin pulled off a win. Wonder how that happened. Anyways, so no corrections overnight, so that half-point victory stays for Huey's Hogs. And so for if you didn't watch some of the game there or saw who was on their rosters there, the -5 points put up by the Bills D and Hoyer for Chicago, the quarterback comes out and breaks his arm midway through the first half. Pretty much led to the loss for Mac Daddy's Madhouse, as Hoyer was only at 1 point. On the positive side for Mac Daddy, Mike Evans, the Tampa Bay wide receiver, put up 29 points, while on Huey's side he got 30 points from Legarius Blunt, running back for New England. Lots of points for Mac Daddy on the bench, 42 to be precise. I can only assume that Antonio Brown was on the bench on the Huey's Hog side, because Big Ben was not going to be playing, but Pittsburgh's backup QB had a pretty good game against New England and put up some points. So Huey got 32 points left on the bench, although he didn't need any of those in his half-point victory. So congratulations for you guys putting up Game of the Week, and congratulations for Huey's Hogs win on that tightly fought game. Okay, we're down to our top 5 fantasy football point scorers this week. So number 5 comes in at Jay Ajayi. He's the Miami running back. He put up 35 points, as mentioned earlier, for Too Tired.
Jay Ajayi with back-to-back 200-yard games. He is the 4th player in NFL history to accomplish that feat, joining O.J. Simpson, Earl Campbell, and Ricky.
Number 4 was A.J. Green, Cincinnati wide receiver. He put up 35 points as well for Mean Green Machine.
Toss one in the end zone or a quick out route to try to get in field goal range. Looks like they're going to go deep. Dalton to the end zone, down the field, and it is deflected and gone! Touchdown! A.J. Green!
Number 3 is Drew Brees. Continues to be the our keeper, the best of the keepers, New Orleans quarterback. He put up 35 points as well for Jethro's Heroes, his win over myself. And Andrew Luck came in at number 2, Indianapolis quarterback. He put up 38 points for Conley's Crusaders. Unfortunately, they were all on the bench, so no avail for him.
1st and 10 from the Tennessee 37. Luck has time, going end zone. It is caught for the Indianapolis touchdown. It's T.Y. Hilton.
And Devontae Adams, wide receiver for Green Bay. Once again, this is 2 weeks back-to-back. He's the number 1 guy, put up 43 points. He is on no one's team. He's on waiver wires. So might be a mad scramble for that, after seeing what Jay Guy put up for Too Tired and got him his first victory of the year. The top tight end this week was Jack Doyle, Indianapolis. He put up 22 points for Too Tired as well. Top defensive player was Landon Collins. He's a New York Giants safety. He had a pick 6 for a touchdown and then another interception too. So he had 26 points. He's on waiver wires, like most of the defensive players are. The top defensive team was the Philadelphia Eagles. They put up an impressive 29 points for Jethro's Heroes, and luckily for me, they were sitting on the bench for him. And the kicker, Sebastian Janikowski, Oakland, I believe. Lucas Kickers, and she got 18 points over him. So that was pretty good. Take a look at the standings. We have Steel Curtain up 5-2 on the east side. For the leader on that side, well, Jethro's Heroes maintains the dominance on the whole league, but on the west he leads the division there with 7-0. And if you look at the playoff brackets, we can see that Conley's Crusaders, with their loss, fell out of the playoff picture this week. and Lucas Kickers moved up to take his place, and Mac Daddy is holding on to the last position. So if you're trailing like myself, and then that's the guy we're shooting for to knock out. Coming up in week 8, we see Too Tired at 1-6 is in another battle of the basement as he's moved over from Missing Megatron's Johnson to the other 1-6 hapless bum in the basement, which would be myself. And so he comes in to see Tuscany Mayhem. Too Tired, these two teams could fail any week, but Too Tired may have turned the corner, and Mayhem continues to slide here. My only hope in this coming week is that Miami is on bye, so his new pickup running back should be not in the field. So even with that going on, and the way looking at his points compared to what I put up this week, I'm going to go with Too Tired for the victory in that matchup. Katie Assassins 3-4 will try to get into that killing mode again as she faces Missing Megatron's Johnson at 1-6. Both teams have injuries and lots of buys on their benches, so it's not going to be the most star-studded lineups. This week could be a close one, but Brady might be the difference in this game, I think. So I'm going to take Missing Megatron's Johnson as the victor for that matchup. Jethro's Heroes take their 7-0 record into some stiff competition as he goes up against MGM at 4-3. Both have pretty intact teams for the week with not too many injuries or buys. And the big difference here will be, will Seattle be able to shut down Drew Brees' offense? If so, MGM should take this game. Forcey's Fockers 5-2, nice going. Step into Mac Daddy's Madhouse, who are sitting at 4-3. Will Mac Daddy stay with the right quarterback, and will that quarterback remain healthy? That will be the question. Looks like right now Russell Wilson's who he's going to throw in there, and Fitzpatrick sits on the bench in an easier Cleveland market, but we'll see how that goes. The Fockers have some tough matchups. I'm going to take Mac Daddy in this one. Huey's Hogs 3-4 come off that squeaker win over Mac Daddy's house this week, and they'll try to block Connolly's Crusaders, who are 4-3. Not much of a bench, and the Pats are in Buffalo. Might be enough for Connolly to pull off a win and get back into the playoff hunt. I'm going to take Connolly's Crusaders in this matchup. Lucas Kickers 4-3 shines up her boots and heads behind the curtain, who is sitting at 5-2. Cam's back, but he's heading to Arizona. As we've seen, games in Arizona don't seem to generate a lot of offense, so we'll see how that works. And Matt Ryan heads in to play host Green Bay in the Dome, and Green Bay isn't playing so good, so might be able to get some points up there. This is could be also possibly the game of the week, but I got the edge going to Steel Curtain on this one. And on my picks for the last 3 weeks, the commission is sitting at a miserable 8-18. So 8 right out of 18 picks. So last week I've been batting 500 the first 2 weeks, and then this week I went 2-6. Yeah, so that's the lineups we got set up for you for next week. And also, looks like another Thursday night football suckfest as Jacksonville Jaguars go up against the Tennessee Titans. Woo, ratings will be high for that one. And Monday Night Football, maybe a little better game. We see the Vikings take on the Bears on Monday Night Football. So keep that in mind for your lineup setting. And this week we got 7 teams on bye. So make sure you check your rosters and make sure you get somebody in those positions for all your positions, because you might have a few. Because we have Baltimore Ravens, the LA Rams, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Giants, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the San Francisco 49ers all sitting on bye weeks this week. That is it for me. Have a great week. Enjoy the weekend. And that's it. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday. And so have a good weekend. And hopefully, Brad, your winning streak is ended. Take care.